Bredesen out, Evan Neal out. It's going to be a lot of work.
Slayton. Jones throws short. Catch made by Marcus Johnson. Very close to the first down, but he appears to be a yard short. Take the toss to Walker. Smith on the roll. Open is Will Dissly. He's got a first down. Smith over the middle, batted down. Swatted by Adoree Jackson.
Had to be later than that.
Off the play action, the target for Wan'Dale Robinson.
But don't be fooled. Here comes power. Zone, lead zone.
Play action again. Pressure coming. Jones breaks free. Daniel Jones able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Screen.
3rd and 9. There's that screen. First touch for Barkley. Barkley, did he go down? He did. He tried to keep his balance, but Ryan Neal with a chop got the ankles out from under Barkley. Spent his career here in the Pacific Northwest. Geno Smith on first down rolls to the sideline where Lockett is open. He's got a first down into Giants territory.
For this big guy.
3rd and 5. Smith batted down. Jihad Ward.
You can stop him with the ball.
3rd and 7 at the 23. Lots of time. Jones, and it's incomplete. Wanted Marcus Johnson, but Michael Jackson saying beat it. And it's 4th down. Fuller starts this possession once more for Seattle at the 31. And on first down, off the play fake, Smith directing traffic as he finds Goodwin on the sidelines. And Goodwin making some plays in the open field, just tripped up across the 45 to the 48.
He'll never quite get settled, so he's got to trust his reads and his read keys.
Giants with pressure. Smith steps away from the first, but he cannot get away from Micah McFadden. And the rookie from Indiana with his first career sack.
Watching what the other guy's doing, taking a couple punches, landing a couple punches.
Smith will step away from pressure and throws on 3rd and long to DK Metcalf. Driven back, but he's got the first down.
They love this. All 3 tight ends right next to each other.
3rd and 1, play action. Smith with time, floating it for the end zone, and it's knocked away from Goodwin.
In the game, 2 running backs.
On 4th and 1, swing it out of the backfield to Lockett, and Lockett's got the first down inside the 15.
Not afraid of pressure.
3rd and 8. Smith chased, in trouble, able to step away, buying time. Geno still on the move, and Geno Smith out of bounds near the 5-yard line. 4th and 2. And a little shovel ahead to Will Dissly. 1st and goal, Seattle. Play action. Smith looking. Back of the end zone. DK Metcalf, touchdown, Seattle. New York 9 in this ballgame. Toss play, Barkley got a block, has a hole, and he's just tripped up near the 35-yard line.
So there's 6 total out there, and Ryan Neal down near the line of scrimmage.
Jones, a strike right near the line to gain.
They've been slow starting, but they sure know how to finish.
There's Barkley on 2nd and 9, and nothing doing. 3rd and 9. Jones checks it short. Catch is made and a pounding hit. First down from the 2. Smith quick toss to Lockett, and Lockett tossed down. By Adoree Jackson, and the ball is out. And it's Giants football at the 2.
He ripped it.
Jackson took it out of the hands of Tyler Lockett, and the Giants have it 1st and goal.
Adoree Jackson.
2 extra linemen in for the Giants. The give is to Barkley, and he's into the end zone for a New York touchdown.
Really special stuff.
2nd and 7. Smith on the roll, looking for Metcalf, and he finds him for a first down. Seahawks 2 for 7 on 3rd down. Pressure coming, and a blast from Xavier McKinney. Oh, McKinney unblocked to Geno Smith. A loss of 9, and it's 4th down.
Like he was going to cover that wide out. that he was over by McKinney, and then he gave him, last second, he gave him those blitz eyes and took off.
From the 25, Richie James trying to find some room. Ball is out! Loose on the turf! Diving on it at the 20. Looks like Seattle might have it. Quick toss to Goodwin. Looking for the corner, and Goodwin out of bounds. 35-yard try for Jason Myers for the lead. And it's... Oh! Is it going to get through? It looked like it was deflected by Dexter Lawrence.
Whoa.
It still goes through, and Seattle takes a 10-7 lead.
Midfield, and maybe you start taking some shots, trying to get in position for a field goal, but they'll run it again, potentially.
Pressure coming. Jones is sacked. Boye Mafe, the rookie from Minnesota, with his second sack of the year.
In a phone booth in the first half.
Barkley again on second down. Slithers through an opening, steps through a tackle. He's got a first down. 3rd and 12. Jones to the air. Catch made. Darius Slayton.
Danny Dimes is dialing in.
2nd and 7. Jones over the middle. Open again is Slayton. Slayton down inside the 30 at the 28.
That 13 personnel get ready for a run or play action.
There's the play fake. Jones has to check it to Barkley. Room to roam. Barkley in the open field. Tiptoes down the sideline with another first down.
Got to be a catch and run situation.
Jones into traffic, and it's knocked away. He wanted Wan'Dale Robinson, an outstanding play.
He kind of fades away from the ball into the defender, and Woolen, his long limbs, makes the play.
31-yard field goal from Graham Gano is good.
There, and you saw Walker pounding his fist, knowing the opportunity left on the table.
They'll try again, and this time a first down. 41-yard line of New York. First possession of the second half for Seattle. Geno Smith over the middle. Catch made by Colby Parkinson. Fights his way. Smith floats it. Lockett has a step, and Lockett dropped it to put Seattle back on top. Myers kick right down the middle, and Seattle leads it 13-10. Jones with a clean pocket, and it's walled away by Darius Slayton, and Slayton out of bounds shy of midfield.
They're going to zone him out. Looks almost like it could be a Tampa 2 situation. See how these linebackers are playing at different levels.
4-man rush. Jones will check it down. This is Myrick, the tight end, who slips a tackle and has the first down.
Looking a little different without Daniel Bellinger. They're really missing him after that injury to his eye socket last week against Jacksonville.
Toss play to Barkley. He tried to cut it back, and he ran into Jones. And Gano does just that.
There's that pony personnel. Here comes DJ Dallas in the backfield with Homer.
And Smith will find DK Metcalf at the 30-yard line, who turns it upfield and has a first down.
Changed up his technique there.
This is the 9th play of the second half for Seattle, and a nicely designed play to get Lockett involved. Good spin on the sideline and a first down.
He got outside of his leverage, gave an easy completion to Geno Smith, and most importantly, covered up that ball with 2 hands at the end of the play.
Number 46, good toss to Metcalf on the sideline, and Seattle's offense
putting it only where Metcalf can get it. They're throwing it around the yard when you thought they'd be running. Double move!
Lockett on the sideline, in for the touchdown! Redemption for Tyler Lockett as Seattle takes the lead.
He's going to show like he's going to turn, and just for a second, and then he hits the gas again and gets thin at the top of that double move. See that? How he kind of turned his shoulders a little bit. So Adoree Jackson didn't have anything to contact, right? He had less surface area to contact.
Wan'Dale Robinson, the rookie from Kentucky, in motion.
Be ready for some chips from the tight end and the halfback. There it is.
Jones, pressure coming, able to get away from Urban. Jones gonna run, looking for the edge, and he's tripped up. An ankle tackle on the dive from Shelby Harris.
This is good. Low balls and a little six inside. Watch.
Smith looking for Metcalf, and it's incomplete.
Oh. Give that pirouette and open up to the sideline. Just on the wrong page there.
Richie James fumbled one earlier. Fields it at the 21. Looking to find some room. The ball's out again! He coughed it up a second time, and Seattle's got it! To the blue tent on the sidelines. On first down, Smith off the fake. On the roll, Noah Fant up the sideline. Fant inside the 20 and out of bounds. Seattle trying to put this one away.
And had Seattle out of sorts, and now they're back in the driver's seat.
Ooh. Walker able to reverse his field. Walker inside the 10, barreling over tacklers. Walker dances his way for the touchdown.
He hit the thriller. This play is supposed to go here no matter what. When he cuts back, he is completely on his own. And watch him make 1, 2, 3 guys miss. All on his own. On his way to the end zone. And then hit the thriller dance a couple days before Halloween. Whew. I mean, that's some awareness to elude all those defenders, but I'm talking the thriller. He did it twice in the game. That's really the story. Those 2 turnovers have got him in this 14-point hole.
Jones over the middle. Catch is made. Breaking away is Hudson, and he just stumbles down in Seattle territory at the 45. 3rd and 10. Jones finds Hudson upfield. First down. Giants convert on 3rd.
They got Josh Jones back there, number 13. In for the injured Neal.
There's Robinson stumbling close to the first down. He's going to be a yard shy. Jordan Brooks with the tackle. Jones in trouble. Looked like the ball may have slipped loose. Nwosu.
Saquon Barkley just viced with 2 defenders, 1 inside, 1 outside.
3rd and 7. Jones over the middle, incomplete. Darius Slayton, the intended receiver, and now the Giants, they're going to be forced to go for it here. 2:38 to go in the 4th, down 2 touchdowns.
Feet, you got to stay low on those cuts, nose over toes. They're going to need Slayton to come alive on a play like this.
4th and 7. Over the middle, knocked away. Cody Barton swats it to the turf, and the Giants come up empty. Opportunity to be in the lead still in the division.
No doubt.
3rd down, off the play fake.
Better to take a sack than get a...
How about a first down? How about Geno Smith runs to put it away?
Most importantly here, they get a first down, this thing's over.
Walker will try, and Walker will not get it done. Tamon Fox with the tackle in the backfield, so New York's going to get the football back.
Halfback.
Jones checks it down. Tanner Hudson out of bounds. A big hit on the sideline as Hudson is out. Michael Jackson.
And Josh Jones to kind of take over that Earl Thomas role, which is nearly impossible because he's arguably a Hall of Famer. He's a heck of a player. And then Mike Jackson, he's more of your Brandon Browner.
And Nwosu with his 2nd sack of the day and the 4th Seattle sack. 3rd and 17. Jones pressured, sacked again. 5th sack. This one from Poona Ford, and that will do it. Seattle now 5-3 atop the NFC West as they hand the Giants their 2nd loss of the year.